Welcome back to Edinburgh. We just want to share a bit of the food and drink we enjoyed whilst in this beautiful city. First up, we're at the Scotch Whisky Experience.
Thank you.
That looks cool.
On entering this room after booking in, you've got walls, a screen and the floor all covered in moving videos, which is quite cool and sort of sets the mood. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to actually record the whole tour, as obviously this would spoil it for everybody else who's going to go on it. But we booked our tour through Get Your Guide, and we'll put a link to the app and the website down in the description.
So, a little bit of whiskey for you.
If you've got, for example, a whiskey that's
This spectacular room and these cabinets house the largest collection of Scotch whisky in unopened bottles in the world, and it's called the Diageo Clivides collection.
Converted you to whiskey. That's great.
Like it's not, it will numb some of those flavours, but it is what it is.
Well, I think with everything, people are going away.
Yeah.
Which is, thank goodness, because it becomes really.
I finished it. They're even up to the ceiling. And that's not all of them. There's still some more on the other side.
The collection was secured for an undisclosed amount and then shipped 6,500 miles from Sao Paulo. Ooh.
Right, let me go and find my glass. I left it on the side of the table. So yeah, this is crazy.
Clive mounted this collection over 35 years and insisted on its sale, that the collection stayed together. And they spent around £2 million to actually create this tourist attraction. But the full price of the collection was never really revealed in our tour. But looking at Sotheby's collections of this sort of size, which is around 3,400 unopened bottles, can go for anything between $9 and $12 million.
Established 1760.
We don't know what they would have fetched at the time, either with inflation. Your guess is as good as ours.
So these are a little bit more recognisable. Glenlivet. And also you've got Glenfiddich.
I don't know my figure, but I'm going to go multi-million. Yeah.
Whiskey is one of the best investments you can have. No, I'm going to go. I'm going to try and get to the Campbellton.
Are we ready for 4 more whiskeys? Let's head on.
Yes, more whiskey.
Next, it was back to some whiskey tasting, and we were led out to some tables and chairs where we came across a selection of whiskies. We'd already tried the Campbelltown before going into the collection room, and so we now had Lowland, Islay, Highland and Speyside in front of us to taste.
So, we're just going to repeat the steps we talked about in the other room. Let's have a look at that colour. Now, what do you guys think? Do you think it is lighter or darker than what you just had? Lighter, yeah, I agree with you there. So, with the other whiskies, especially that comes when we were looking at that sherry influence coming through. This one is just bourbon cask. Those kind of golden. Step number 2, let's give it a swirl and have a look at the body. Now, what do we think, folks? Light, heavy? Yeah, lovely light body, lots of legs running down for me. We'll talk about why that is in a minute, but there is a reason for that lightness of the body. Now, have a smell. This is where it gets really exciting because you guys get to tell me what you're smelling. Pardon? Caramel, yeah. Don't have to stick with quote unquote nice smells. I've had people on tour before saying that whiskeys smell like farmyards, but in a good way. I've had people tell me before they smell like church pews. We've had people before say it smells like watching the first Harry Potter movie for the first time. I don't really know what that means, but like absolutely go for it. See as crazy as you like.
Drank a lot of whiskey when I watched that film.
Yeah, yeah. Wonderful guys. Anyway, on to the main event. Slanjava. Enjoy.
Oh, that's really mellow to start with.
Okay, in terms of on the palate then, does it taste how it smells? Yes, no, you can disagree, that's fine. There's no right answer. Yeah, not so much? Is it light, heavy, fresh, harsh? Light and smooth? Yeah, that's what the right answer. Well done. Yeah. I said there's no wrong answers, but this one, yeah, nice and light, very gentle. So, what you guys are drinking right here is the Auchentoshan American Oak.
We worked our way through the next 3 whiskies and noticed that Sue was downing the whiskies rather than sipping them. You probably see her head go back quite a lot when she's drinking the whiskies. But we managed to get to the last one, which was a really strong tasting whiskey called Ardbeg. And there was a little bit of sort of difference in our thoughts of this whiskey.
Cracking. Well, you didn't like it, but I thought it was...
It was just the aftertaste.
Well, the smoky one, when you smelt it was interesting. But as soon as you drank it, it was sort of... you could no longer smell it.
No.
If you tried to go back and smell it again, you couldn't smell it because once you tasted it and drank it, it was gone. That was it.
The first one was what I preferred.
The one in the room, that was my favourite.
Yes, I was thinking
So now we're going to try and figure out
still taste that.
how we're going to get a bottle of whiskey home in our very, very small hand luggage. We should give it a go, I think.
With the tour at an end and the whiskey tasting done, we spilled out into the gift shop, which we'd already explored before, and we ventured around looking for gifts for people back home, and then suddenly realised that trying to buy some of these gifts is going to be very difficult due to the fact that we travelled to Edinburgh on EasyJet with just hand luggage, so we had to come up with a cunning plan to get all of our goodies back to our home. So we came up with a plan, we bought our stuff and decided that we're actually going to post all of our stuff back to our house, which turned out really well. And we found a really, really cool post office in Leith when we got back, wrapped everything up nice and tightly with lots of bubble wrap and lots of packing. And it actually arrived the day we arrived back home, which was amazing. So we arrived back on the plane, and whilst we were at home, the delivery of our whiskey and various other bits actually arrived on our doorstep. As I mentioned before, links to Get Your Guide and the Whisky Experience will be down in the description for you to take a look at and possibly book your tour.
Oh, this door is for walk-ins. Yeah.
So we managed to find Makars Gourmet Mash Bar with a belly full of whiskey. We decided to go and see if we could get a table as a walk-in, and we were lucky. We jumped in there and booked in, They gave us a app which we had to go to, which basically would let us know when a table was available, and went out and patiently waited.
So it's smelling good, and we have about a 10-15 minute wait. So we're just going to hang about for a bit and see what else is around here, and then we'll go back there in about 10 minutes.
We took a walk down the road and turned left up Lady Stairs close to find the Writers' Museum, and all around the Writers' Museum in Makars Court we found lots of quotes, literary quotes on the pavement, which was really interesting. So we had a quick look at these whilst we were waiting for our table to be ready.
So you're trying the haggis, okay.
Oh, and then you get to choose your mash.
Yes, yes.
We're being filmed. Don't like that.
Don't worry, your face isn't it? It's just on my face at the moment.
Sorry. You're famous. Not really, no. Kind of.
I've got
A couple of million on YouTube.
Well, we're starting to start our YouTube channel
Oh, yeah.
now.
Oh, okay.
I've got one at the moment.
When you're famous.
That's it.
Come back and find me.
Right,
Talk
can
to
I
me.
go for a free-range gourmet Scotch egg
Yes, sir.
starter?
Of course you can.
You don't want a starter,
I
do you?
don't need a
Okay.
starter.
No bother.
Thank you.
For your mains.
And then for my main, I'll go for the lamb shank.
Yes, sir.
And I would like the haggis.
Good stuff.
And then we choose our mash?
Yeah, you both need to choose mash.
Right,
Have
okay.
Cream horseradish.
Haggis and horseradish. And then you're getting the lamb.
Yep,
I'd
yep.
recommend the cheese or the bacon. It's up to you, brother.
I looked at the bacon first of all, so I'll go for the bacon.
Do that.
Yeah, I'll do that one.
Good choices.
Drinks at all?
Refreshments.
Yeah, can I just have a ginger beer, please?
Of course you can.
Thank you.
So, brother.
I'll go for a lager. Actually, I'll try a leaf lager.
Lager?
Yeah,
That lager is better.
I'll go for that lager
Yeah,
then.
cool.
Okay,
And when they see that on YouTube, they're going to come in and go,
I'll go for recommendation. Thank you very much.
thank you,
Cheers.
my friend. Thank you.
I love this Scotch egg starter. That's really it. So, food has arrived. Oh, before you dig in, right, haggis, the mash on the bottom. That looks amazing. More importantly, let's try the mash. Try a little bit there. That's good as well. Sauce is nice. Full. I think you definitely eat it all. And so, yeah, I've eaten everything. There's a few bits of the veggies left, but the main part of the lamb shank has gone. So, what do we think of Makars Gourmet Mash Bar? Absolutely amazing. 2 meals, really good value for money as well. Totally different way of doing things. Lamb shank was so melt in the mouth, really tasty, and that Scotch egg was gorgeous as well. Didn't stay for sweet. Sweet was just going to be too much. I had a starter, Sue didn't. Sue had a really big portion of haggis with her mashed potato and thoroughly enjoyed it as well. She's just walked off up the street, so I better go and find her.
So after that amazing meal, I caught up with Sue and we took a final walk down the Royal Mile towards Cockburn Street, and then we headed off to go and find our tram to get back to our hotel. The links to Makars Gourmet Mash Bar is down in the description, along with the link to the Scottish Whisky Tour and also Get Your Guide. Please drop us a like and subscribe if you like this sort of content. Also ring that bell for notifications. Check out our last video on the screen here, and also check out the playlist for all our Edinburgh videos. We will see you in the next one.